instead. Does that explain it? Good. Go. Get voting.
I think I get the rules. As we said, we are building up to the big election night special where Lisa and Carolyn will be joining us live on air. So we can, I don't know.
Do they know they are?
Well, they kind of...
Vaguely.
They suggested it themselves.
Oh, well, that's good enough.
Which tends to happen. Well, I think Carolyn suggested it and Lisa was just out of earshot at that point in time and had been agreed into it.
I see.
So anyway, yeah, that's happening. Look, the airwaves are alive with the sound of whatever it is. So, yes.
Twex and Teats. Whoops. Kevin from Bath tweets, winning at home is always a good feeling. Good to meet so many of my fellow Dons once more. Onwards, Dons in capital letters. Reg from Leighton Buzzard says that he's got the new series of Vikings on Series Link, and he's 84, so he's quite pleased by himself. That's brilliant, Reg. Don from Aylesbury has texted in, and he says, my name's like our name. I like that. Common, you O'Connors.
Yeah.
Sheens asks if it's okay for her. Asks, is it her or the other bleep this week? And Sarah, sometimes from Great Linford, texted in simply saying, well, that was pointless. I see what was done there.
I see what was done there. That's very clever. A couple of other bits that are flying around. Kasha Dan said, oop, here we go. I don't know what the oop is, but I think it's good. Oop's a good word. We should use that more. We need a feature next week called oop.
The oop of the week.
The oop of the week. There you go. Yeah, and Lisa's now. Lisa's favourite in voting for both. I'm not sure if that's right, Lisa. You need to be a little more partisan on this one.
The oops and downs of MK Dons?
Yeah, that could work.
Hula hoops.
Okay.
Hula oops. Yeah.
Twitter's just favourite and stuff and everything. Yeah, I think that's right. You just can't keep you posting what's happening. Anyone else got anything in? Or can I stop this for a moment?
I have got a text in, but I'm unsure who it's from, but it just says best song ever.
Okay.
That's from Mr. Jimmy Percy from Hersham, I believe.
That would be from Mr. Jimmy Percy,
he's the only guy that likes it.
Just to reiterate the rules on this one, if someone doesn't give us a name or a place where they come from, we have to make something up. So who was that one from?
That was from Mohammed in Israel.
Mohammed in Israel, fantastic. Okay, cheers. Yeah, all right. It's probably time to just do this for a second.
Rockers, join me, Colin.
And me, Andy.
For Roadie Rocks.
Fridays at 8 p.m. on Seclo Sounds, bringing you the very best in classic rock, stories from the road and special guests.
You can join in by following us on Twitter at RoadieRocksMK.
Roadie Rocks, Fridays at 8 p.m. only on Seclo Sounds.
Sweet satisfaction, ready and willing.
You're listening to the MooCamp Radio Show on Seclo Sounds. Because you have nothing better to do.
Yes, indeed, you're listening to the MooCamp Radio Show.
I've just had another text through that said, I mean Leeds, damn autocorrect.
Okay. Leeds instead of Israel.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I was going to say, if you listen really carefully, you can hear the sound of a can of worms being opened.
Moving on.
We actually haven't got much to talk about this week, have we? We've got a match, which we'll talk about first, and then we'll see what we're going to talk about for the rest of the stuff later on. But we had a match on Saturday. Who was it against?
It was against Notts County.
Notts County. They're very good, aren't they?
No.
Okay, discuss.
That was good, wasn't it? I see, first half, I really enjoyed that, even though they weren't a goal. That was really great, the first half of football. I really enjoyed it. Second half was all right.
The second half where there were 5 goals?
Yeah.
But that first half, that you got to...
No joking aside, I enjoyed the whole match, but the first half I was particularly enjoyed. I don't know why.
We played great football. It was really good to watch.
I like the psychological changing of ends. That was good.
That worked well. Well done, Alan Smith.
It has to be Mr. Smith.
Well, if he'd done his homework, I think he'd have found out that we've never lost when we've changed ends.
Is that someone was saying that? Was it you that was saying that?
It might very well have been.
That will be someone then.
I think you may well have made that up then, because I can distinctly remember when it changed. Me and my lad going, "Oh no, we never win."
Yeah, I can also remember when we changed ends. Huddersfield, we lost at home in the playoffs, and also the last time that we did change ends was last season. Stevenage at home, and we also won 4-1. That's the last time. So that was great.
So other than the times where we didn't win, we've always won.
We've always won, yeah.
And on occasions, we've won by the same. But
there's a fact.
To me, that kind of showed something quite interesting. And I'm really playing fast and loose with the term interesting here, but it essentially said, first half, we might be playing some great football, but whatever happens in the right game, we're going to score loads of goals in the second half, whichever end we're attacking.
Yeah.
Mr. So-called Smith. Yeah. So what do we think? Any particular standout performances, positive or negative?
Their manager, I liked him.
Did you? Have you
Yeah,
got anything,
I liked
anything
him
to say about his
considering.
dress sense?
He's a
Because
bit
we haven't set it
scruffy,
up.
wasn't he? What a scruffy man he was.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that he was playing football 2.5 years ago.
Look at the state of him.
He looks about 60.
He's still quite registered as a player, isn't he? Maybe he's just not himself.
I can't believe you've got that on standby ready for...
His post-match interview, like on that thing that's on after match of the day, he just knew he'd gone, hadn't he, already? He could tell. He just thought, I'm done here. You know, what can you do? They weren't very good, were they?
They didn't show much promise. I mean, it was quite weird. I found it difficult to sort of remember much about many of their players. They're number 9. I think he came on as a sub in the second half. But he might have been on for the whole match. But I only really noticed him in the second half.
He did come on. He's been injured for most of the season.
He actually looked up for it. He wanted it, and he was shouting and screaming. He was trying to get the ball back when they scored their one. Their consolation, I think, is the professional term. When they scored their consolation, he grabbed the ball and he was trying to get back up. And it kind of seemed like he was the only person who actually gave.
In fairness, Roy Carroll. If there were many outfield player versions of Roy Carroll in terms of passion or whatever, they probably would have done all right, because after every goal, it was almost at the halfway line, whinging at every single one of his players. Why are you not here? Why are you not doing this and that? And you know, for a goalkeeper, I don't know whether he's starting tonight. Is he, Jez?
I'm not watching it.
Well, you are.
Oh, you ain't playing for them, then.
Oh, okay.
Was he Northern Irish?
Yeah.
I thought he was American, that bloke. He looks like he should be American, doesn't he?
But for somebody whose career looked like it was going down the pipe a little bit, it's nice to see someone so passionate and still enjoying the little bits, even 4-1 defeats and that. But I thought we were great. And I think a word for Bodes, who recently has had a fair bit of criticism. I thought he was superb the other day. I really did. And when he come on, I thought it was a bit strange we were taking off Powell, but I think he proved that the substitution was right.
Yeah, it worked really well. I mean, him and Grigg in particular, they're just starting to play together. Did you see his interview on the league show, Bowditch's? No. It might have actually been on the radio. I'm not sure. I think it was on the radio. And what he said they've just been playing a lot together, him and Grigg, and he gets to a point where when he gets to the byline, if he can see him, he'll kick it as hard as possible straight towards him, and if he can't, he's going to put it back because he knows that's where he's going to be. And that was it. The third goal, I'm not sure which one, but I think it was the third goal. Was just fantastic. Just the simplest goal you're ever going to see. Literally, him down the byline, pulls ball back, Grigg knocks it in, and it was just like, give me that 1,000 times.
Yeah, definitely.
We'd win 1,000-0.
Who likes...
That's true. That is a true story.
Apart from his dad, Andrew Cole, who in this... who likes whatever his name is, Devante Cole?
I'm not a fan. At
His
this point
mum,
in
I bet
time.
she likes him.
Well, we've just had a text. She doesn't, apparently.
No wonder.
Yeah. No, I'm really
Said it
not
before,
sure.
I'll say it again. He couldn't hit water, that guy, if he fell out of a boat. He absolutely rubbish, that bloke. I cannot, for the life of me, see why we're playing that guy. There must be some clause in his loan to say we got to play him. But we, old Man City, nothing, Just
No, you're
I
right.
would ship that guy out as quick as I could. He's an appalling football player.
It's strange because the way that he plays, I can see him in a similar way to we saw. I'm not saying they're anywhere near the similar types of players, but I look at him and I can see how he can be effective for other teams or played in a different style. If he had a finish on him or he played in a different sort of style, I could see how he would be effective. But it's not.
Obviously, if he could finish,
but
if he had a
he'd be
finish
great,
on
wouldn't
him,
he?
yeah.
But
If he played differently, he could be really good.
If he didn't mess about in front of the goal and started scoring goals, he would be great. He's a appalling player. I can see no redeeming qualities in him at all.
No, but I will also agree that while we've got a player who can come off the bench and score 2 goals,
that's the guy you want to be starting.
who's playing international football. Rotation football worked all season or not. You can't mess around at this time of season, especially when we've got our mate Tom on the bench who's twiddling his thumbs.
We can't be like basically just to be
polite.
to be polite, to Man City, we can't be, giving that guy games of football when we are in the position we're in. Angling for us.
To be fair as well,
every point
he's
is vital.
just not good enough, that guy.
We've got bigger headaches now to sort out as well, because with Ali and Potter both coming back into the team again, it's going to be quite a struggle to fit him in. Which is nice, really.
It's a great problem to have, but it does worry me that there are contractual things
Yeah.
going on.
There's got to be something
at
there.
hand.
I'm thinking that he will play, and the only reason I can see him playing is because they've said you can have him, but you got to play him.
Yeah,
He's rubbish.
in that situation at this
He
point in
looks
time,
like his
we have
dad,
to be
though,
sending
doesn't he?
him back.
He looks physically like his dad.
I don't.
Could we not do could we not do the footballing version of what Alain Prost did that year when he was fulfilling his contract with Ferrari? I think
Not
it was.
just running to the back of someone.
No, he started the race. Started the race from pole position and just drove it straight back into the pits again at the end of the first lap and said, "That's it, I'm done. Thanks a lot.
done
See you
my
later."
bit. Yeah.
Could we not start him and then instantly sub him?
Like Steven Gerrard, he got instantly subbed, didn't he, at the weekend? Instantly. Oh, who thought that was funny?
First time.
The only man to have his entire
Yeah, I was
performance
just
shown on the
about to say
highlights.
Great.
The heat map was very funny, actually.
It was hilarious. That was very funny. Anyway, we're not talking about Steven Gerrard. Has been.
Anyway, I've put this down here, and I think this could become a feature. Well, at least until the end of the season. The fabulous Baker, boys.
That goal.
What a
Matey's goal was a cracker,
absolutely
wasn't it?
fantastic.
Really
We
enjoyed
were
that.
talking about it before we came on, and just saying about the superb way that he just took the sting out of the ball completely. And he looked across, he saw there was a passing option for Bodes, and went, "Nah, sorry, I'm just having this."
Yeah.
I think
Brilliant,
it was even
absolutely
better
fantastic.
because it was against a goalkeeper of
Of his-
that standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really pleasing to see, because obviously Bodes was in the right position on that one. He was on the right position in the first one as well, because Baker, when
Carl Baker.
Carl Baker
Yeah.
on his goal, he took it well at the near post, but Bodes was right across waiting for a pass as well.
He was always in the right position. So
Yeah.
even if a couple of things have failed, I think even a couple of shots, he would have been there or thereabouts. But he had an effort at the end that he should have put away as well. It could have been 5. But if he had a finish on him, I think he'd be a quality player. That Bodes.
Yeah, well, he's a disaster. Obviously, he's everything's gone wrong for him, and he's not scoring.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Except for the goals he's scoring and the way he's playing really well. He's really out of it.
I will say though that on the back of something like that, I'm a bit disappointed that we aren't playing this Saturday, regardless how many players we've got missing, because momentum.
Yeah, momentum.
It's a home game. We're on decent momentum, and the fact that the next game is going to be Swindon.
Yeah,
probably the biggest game of the season
that we've got left. Yeah,
and 2-week break.
We've often struggled after a break,
Indeed,
not just this season, but every season.
I think we might see another result of a behind closed doors game coming out, though.
Yeah,
which is good because
Keep them
they're
going, yeah.
keeping going. Yeah.
Okay, right, we probably need to move on. Just a general sort of verdict, good game, result.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, great
Fantastic.
game. Yep.
Yeah, can't argue with it. Okay, all right, in that case, this.
Son of legendary soul singer Jackie Wilson, Bobby Brooks Wilson. He has performed all over the world and has opened for the Four Tops, the Temptations, and Bruno Mars. Direct from the entertainment capital of the world, Bobby Brooks Wilson.
Yes, joining me on the Sticks Radio Show for a UK exclusive on the 6th of April at 10 a.m. is Bobby Brooks Wilson. He's going to be talking about his dad, his life, and his career in music. So join me, Terry Sullivan, for the Sticks Radio Show here on Seclo Sounds, 10 a.m., 6th of April.
Right, what's coming up next? There'll be some Bovril, some Bootsy, some Winky, some Chav, some jokes, some texts, some tweets, and some updates. And that is all you're getting.
This just in, following the departure of yet another away manager after a defeat at Stadium MK, Club Supremo Andrew, call me Andy, Cullen, wasted no time in recognising a great opportunity to put bums on seats. The rearranged Doncaster match will be officially named as the Managers Who We've Got the Sack Big Day Out. Any manager I can't read. For those who aren't listening, I'm not wearing my glasses. any manager who we've got the sack for before, who presents themselves in the box office. I can't read this, sorry. I told you, you're going to have to take over at one point, but I didn't want to ruin it.
Any manager who we got the sack before who presents themselves at the box office with an evidentiary press clipping, see, I can't do it either, will be entitled to a discount of 17% off of their match ticket, a complimentary Kit Kat, and a free advert on the Reader's Managers section in the Red Dot Matchday magazine. More on this once we've established whether we've got enough space.